Hey guys, Craig here, product manager at Broker Engine. I wanted to show you how we manage fixed rate lock inside of my broker group. So with fixed rates at record lows, if your client takes fixed rate lock, we want to make sure they get it. If they don't take fixed rate, we want to make sure fixed rate lock. We want to make sure that they have otherwise many warnings about what can happen if they don't. And so what I want to show you is, so the thing I want to make sure is that if we do have fixed rate lock to apply, we note that to the lender. And if we don't, we note it to the client. So I'm going to give you an example here. So we have on loan splits here, if I choose, just notice there's nothing down here. If the product is going to be a fixed rate, you'll note now fixed rate lock would apply. And so what you can then do is go, if you select fixed rate lock, you'll see that fixed rate lock's now been added to the loan splits. And what you'll see happen here over in the checklist is I want to make sure that as part of my pre-submission checklist, which is the checklist my team would do before submitting to the lender, just to double check that the main things are done. You'll see here there's actually nothing in there that says that the fixed rate lock, that they should have double checked for the fixed rate lock to be applied. So I'm going to add that right now. So I'm going to go to manage checklist. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to go to my pre-submission checklist. And under my pre-submission checklist, I'm going to go create a new item. So I'm going to make the item and call it ensure fixed rate lock is applied in AOL and notes to lender reflect this. So I'm going to do that, right? But I don't want that to show up all the time because it's only going to apply when there's a fixed rate lock. So I'm going to go checklist display criteria. I'm going to change it to when. I'm going to change it to when rate lock is on in the loan split. And so now I've just, in a couple of seconds, I've now added it that as part of my process on my checklist. If going forward, if the rate lock is selected on the funding position, my pre-submission checklist is now going to show. Let's recreate it from the template. My pre-submission checklist is now going to show going forward that there is to be a fixed rate. So ensure fixed rate lock is applied in AOL, and that's the one I've just put there. Now, just to show you that work in real time, let's presume it's a new deal. I unselect that. I click save. And you'll see that the fixed rate lock checklist item disappears because it's not a fixed rate, there's no fixed rate locks to apply. So that's the first thing. What we've done there is just made sure, so very quickly, I've just made sure that the team are going to apply for the fixed rate lock as part of the lodgement. Now on formal approval, we obviously want the team to double check as part of the checklist that fixed rate lock has been approved. So I'll just turn it back on again. And in this case, I already had it set up before. You can see confirmed fixed rate lock has been applied. So that one's now showing up because fixed rate lock has been selected on the formal approval checklist. Leaving that unselected for a moment. So that's how I'd make sure that by ticking one box, my client's going to get the fixed rate lock because my team's going to apply for it and they're going to double check on formal approval that it's been approved. Now, if the client doesn't actually want fixed rate lock, the way we manage that is we have in our different advices, for example, the formal approval advice. I'll show you an example of that now. And you can see it's just got here an item on the formal approval advice that we provide that just has no for fixed rate lock. And so we have that going through, and if it was on yes, it would say fixed rate lock's been applied. So that's how we would manage fixed rate locks and making sure they're applied inside of Broker Engine so that they're not missed, they're not forgotten, they're checked, and the client doesn't end up with a higher fixed rate on settlement. As you can see, there's a lot of flexibility and a lot of power in the checklist, the workflows, the tasks, and the deal indicators. Any questions or interested in a demo, check out brokerengine.com.au.